Stephen Johnson, Wonderland, How Play Made the Modern World. Dive into the world of Wonderland, How Play Made the Modern World by Stephen Johnson, and discover the surprising role that play and curiosity have had in human history. The book explores unique inventions and breakthroughs that have evolved out of our desire for leisure and entertainment, such as automated machines, musical legacies, stimulating global trade, captivating optical illusions, and the formation of social and political movements. Wonderland sheds light on how the human brain is naturally inclined towards discovery through play, showcasing the power of combining fun, creativity, and surprise in shaping the world we know today.
Playful innovation. Throughout history, many important inventions were born from play, rather than necessity. Take the Banu Musa brothers, for example, two Islamic scholars who built frivolous toys and trinkets, yet went on to publish groundbreaking work on mechanics and hydraulics. Play has shaped human history for a good reason. The human brain is wired to engineer discovery through play. Our brains love surprises, releasing dopamine when encountering novelty, which leads to important discoveries through curiosity or happenstance. When we're playing, our brains work differently, making previously unimagined associations and being at their most creative. The unexpected roots of computing. Thousands of years ago, early humans explored the qualities of sound, leading to the creation of musical instruments that are still recognizable today. Interestingly, playing with sound eventually led to more inventions, including the creation of the first programmable computer by the Banu Musa brothers. Their machine played the flute and had a rotating cylinder covered with pins that operated the holes of the flute. This cylinder could be swapped out with a new one that played a different tune, making it the first programmable device in history. This simple mechanism eventually evolved into the complex technology we use today. The curious origins of the Industrial Revolution. 4,000 years ago, Mediterranean fashionistas prized purple dye, a color secreted by a sea snail. This created a craze for purple clothing, driving brave sailors to venture into the Atlantic for more snails. Centuries later, the demand for colorful clothing launched the Industrial Revolution as British entrepreneurs sought to mass-produce cotton fabrics as cheaply as possible, leading to the invention of the steam engine. All this on the back of a foppish fad. The history of global trading. Spices have a long history and have shaped global trade since ancient times. Today, we take for granted the easy availability of different spices, but years ago, one would have had to travel around the world for a whole year to find them. Spices were originally grown and traded in specific locations, such as cloves that only grew on the Spice Islands in Indonesia. The trading of spices helped to create the first global trade routes, and in the Middle Ages, the fiery taste of the peppercorn was more valuable than gold and was even used as currency. Along with their taste, spices were believed to have medicinal properties and were used to treat everything from gas pains to depression. The spice trade was a significant factor in the rise of Venice as a powerful city and affected human history in countless ways. The joy of entertainment and the inception of cinema. Optical illusions have been fascinating humans since the time of cave dwellers. This fascination led to the inception of cinema after two key innovations in the 18th and 19th centuries. Johann Georg Schroepfer, a German showman, used a magic lantern to project illusions and created a booming business around it. Persistence of vision, a discovery by the creators of the thaumatrope, led to the creation of motion pictures, which looked like a galloping horse. Both of these inventions were a result of the urge to entertain and amuse. The joy of entertainment played a crucial role in the inception and advancement of cinema, from the earliest motion pictures to today's blockbusters. The societal impact of play. Play may seem harmless, but it can have an immense impact on society. The game of chess, with its representation of different social classes, challenged the traditional view of society as highly stratified. The independent movements of chess pieces also downplayed the regal influence and may have played a role in spreading revolutionary fervor throughout Europe. Similarly, the inventor of Monopoly intended to promote radical egalitarian ideas. The original game, The Landlord's Game, aimed to redistribute wealth equally, but the game was later plagiarized and transformed into the ultra-capitalist monopoly. These examples illustrate how play subtly shapes our relationship with the world and society. The Unlikely Innovators. From bars to nature, mundane innovations and their profound impacts. Innovations that revolutionize society are not always in the form of high-tech gadgets or machines. The local neighborhood bar, for instance, completely transformed public space and served as the breeding ground for numerous social and political movements. The bar provided people with a space to exchange ideas, network, and forget their daily woes, making it the perfect spot for activists to assemble. For instance, the Boston Tea Party was planned in a tavern known as the Green Dragon, while the Black Cat Tavern in Los Angeles paved the way for the LGBT movement. Another surprising innovation is the reimagining of nature as aesthetically pleasing, which only emerged during the Romanticism movement in the late 18th to early 19th centuries. Before then, people viewed nature as wild and savage and even ugly. Thanks to poets and painters, nature became associated with incredible beauty, making it possible for our concrete cities to be adorned with lush foliage and verdant parks. Mundane innovations, like bars and nature, offer unexpected impacts and show that innovation takes many forms in shaping society.
As Wonderland, How Play Made the Modern World unfolds, we recognize the significant impact that play and entertainment have had on the progress of human society. By examining numerous examples including innovations from the Banu Musa brothers, the origins of musical instruments, colorful fashion trends, culinary delights, and the power of optical illusions, we learn how our brains react to novelty, adventure, and creativity. Furthermore, the book highlights how public spaces, political movements, and our perception of nature have evolved over time, thanks to our innate desire to explore and have fun. Wonderland ultimately reminds us that our modern world owes a great deal to our love for play and curiosity, and that innovation often stems from the simple joy of leisure and experimentation.